So for those of you who can discern the sound of whistling in the background, that whistling is from a stonemason who is currently carrying out some conservation repair as we speak this morning. He's the same stonemason who has carried out other repairs over the years on this most romantic castle. Carl, can you talk to us please about some repair carried out on Mervyn's Tower?
Okay, Victoria, so we're looking at this octagon-shaped tower again, which has a small spiral stair turn serving it next to it, and this is on the south side of the building. So here, I suppose this tower is the first opportunity that the Colesmans had to build an almost freestanding tower, which really was part of their aim to create this romantic spread-out castle on top of the hill that looked much bigger than it was, providing necessary functional accommodation. This tower, in fact, wasn't used for decades and wasn't finished on the inside for decades after it rose up. So here, this was a fairly significant undertaking because they were building on the slope of the hill. All this area of the castle has a basement underneath, and so you end up essentially with a 6-storey tower with a accessible roof space above that, again looking out onto the views. And some of the work we did here at the top of the stair tower is a good example of the complexity and the ambition and the craft that was involved in the original building. So you have very narrow spiral stairs, you have a brick dome above that, and amazingly above that, from various locations in the castle, they brought flues, 6 flues, and they converge and rise out above the top of the head of the stairs, and that all then is hidden behind the parapets. That was the whole aim. It's a castle, you don't see any chimneys. So we took that together, we took that apart very slowly, because each generation it had got higher and higher, the chimney in the middle, because as each time it failed, they all put their own solution on it. So it was a complete mess of layers of nests and iron and chimney pots. And so we took it apart to learn what had happened over time, and then we rebuilt it in a nature that's robust for today, but also reflects the original ambition of the flues being hidden behind the parapet.
And why is it called Mervyn's Tower?
Yes, this is very interesting. So we've been unravelling recently. John Colesman Jr. in one of his letters gives us this clue. Thankfully, he left this clue for us. So it was early 1800s, and the context, popular culture and romanticism movement of the time, I guess. You have the Scottish novelist Walter Scott writing a novel called Kenilworth, which was very accurately based on Kenilworth Castle in England and on the ruins there, particularly one tower there which he set a lot of the scenes in. That was called the Strong Tower. The name the Strong Tower wasn't romantic enough for his novel, so he renamed it Mervyn's Tower. And when you look at Mervyn's Tower and parts of Kenilworth, I was amazed when I first did that, the correspondence with the tower here, the shape, the strong walls, the winding stairs, the small windows looking onto beautiful views. So like we can see now, John Colesman basically rebuilt his version of Mervyn's Tower here in Killarney. And to tighten all that up, and to, I suppose, reinforce that, what he was doing, we've also learned that the Colesmans and the Godfreys, their in-laws, who were very involved here in running the estate for various years, they were close family acquaintances with a number of the romantic novelists at the time, Sir Walter Scott and Thomas Moore as well. There's a letter from 1825 stating that Sir Walter Scott is taking very good care of one of the Godfreys who was stationed at that time in Edinburgh as a soldier. So it just brings it, an amazing snippet that brings it all back to show us exactly what their thinking was at the time. So we're actively working on this tower. There's plans afoot to put back in the roof, put back in the stairs, the floors and the windows. So we look forward to going back up that stairs, which is very narrow and tight, and giving people that opportunity again and looking at those views, and let's see how romantic it is.
And I suppose interesting that John Colesman was not only a Cork pirate, but he was also a romantic at heart. It wouldn't be wonderful to see those views from that viewpoint once again, Carl?
Yeah, I think that is a consistent here with the people that built Flesk and kept it going, often under difficult circumstances. And also the current owners, the O'Reilly family, there has to be, and there is in all of us, a certain amount of romance to bring this place back to life, because it's worth it. It's just beautiful here, and everybody needs a bit of romance.
And you obviously have that romance yourself, Carl. So
let's see.
Thank you very much.